Hi, I'm Alan McCachran, and I'm a professor in the Department of History. I study the environmental history of Canada, which means that I study the interactions between people and places in the past, how people have thought about nature and how people have interacted with nature in Canada. I think environmental history, in general terms, has a huge societal value, and that is to remind people that the way that we live now is so recent that in terms of things like energy use or food production, that we've lived very differently in the past, and that the very short sliver of time the way we're living right now is very unique in human history. And I think that actually has an important social value because it reminds people that we can live different ways. If because of climate change or biodiversity loss or anything that we have to change, we can change, because the way that we are living now is actually so abnormal in historical terms. In personal terms, I guess I would say that one way my research has had an impact. A few years back, Environment Canada had a huge meteorological collection, archival collection, that was under some threat. And I helped bring it here to Western Archives. And I've been able to use it in my teaching, I've been able to use it in my research, and other researchers use it as well. And actually, the very fact that Western was interested in this old stuff rekindled interest within Environment Canada for their own history. And they actually spent millions of dollars, are spending millions of dollars in digitizing that material now. I think it's really important to communicate environmental history as broadly as possible to the Canadian public that I can. So I've been a regular contributor to Canada's History magazine. I wrote blog posts for the Environment Canada weather app last year. I've become, to my pride and to my shame, the go-to guy every February 2nd for the history of Groundhog Day in Canada. And this summer, actually, I've got a museum exhibit at the Confederation Center of the Arts in Charlottetown. I wrote a book and then an exhibit with a colleague in UPEI on the summer trade, the history of tourism on Prince Edward Island. So I think it's important that we do the scholarly work at the university, but I think it's super important that we get that material out there.